It is an open night tonight here on 252 ESPN Radio. Open as in there's no live sporting events. But we do have great sports talk. Spain and Fitz is going to come up as soon as we're done.
I thought you said great sports talk.
Well, mediocre sports talk. And great sports talk will follow at 9 o'clock with Freddie and Fitzsimmons.
Yes.
On our sister station tonight, though, you can catch Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final. The Cup is in the house tonight. Capitals will take it home if they can win in Las Vegas. Our coverage will start at 8 p.m. That'll be on our sister station, 103.9 FM. We welcome Ariel Epstein from News Channel 12 into the studio. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, too. It's been a while.
It's been too long, and you were noticing all the changes.
I know. I feel thrown off, but I like it.
Good. It's not a bad thrown off.
No.
Okay, good.
It's good. I could, I see you guys, and
yes.
it's not, I don't know, I'm just on the wrong side of the room. That's it.
You're in here, and we were talking before the show, and you are in the same mode that I think a lot of people are in right now. And that includes Sam and I. That includes every kid that's not already out of school right now. And many of you in the working world who have something planned, some getaway, because summer is, while Les Steele will come in here and arm wrestle us over the technicality that it's not technically summer, I think, it is summertime, right?
Oh, it's summertime in the sports world.
Yeah.
We're 14 days
kind
away
of.
from the summer solstice.
And, I guess once the NBA and the NHL wrap up in the next week, then we can really nationally deem it sports summer.
For you, because we had Brian on earlier in the week, as soon as ECU was eliminated from the NCAA tournament, it was summer vacation time.
Yep, it was. As sad as I was for it to end, I really was excited for a long road ahead. I at least thought that they would make it into Arkansas. But, once that ended and I got over a little bit of the depression of, okay, Omaha is not happening again this year. But then I said, well, I'm going to put in my vacation slip and take my vacation days now.
Nice. Well, and the high school football world, which we cover here too, Friday Night Football here on the radio, and then you guys do a great job with the Blitz. But the high school football world, from a local standpoint, has also grabbed the attention. Now, you guys are going to have Havelock Ram standout Welton Spotsville going to make his announcement tonight on News Channel 12.
Yeah, he'll be making his announcement. He's choosing between ECU, UNC, and West Virginia, and he'll be on live at 6 o'clock in sports. And, of course, we'll be showing little bits of it throughout the newscast to tease to the big decision. But we're excited to have him, his family, Coach Caleb King. They'll be in, and I'm sure you guys have spoken about just all of the other high school football stuff going around. I thought that.
We haven't.
Oh, no, you haven't?
Not at all.
Not today.
At all.
At least not today. Because we've been NBA crazy.
Yeah, I believe it.
Now here's one question I got to ask. So is it going to be the whole spiel? You're going to have ECU, North Carolina. Is it West Virginia and App State?
West Virginia, App State, and I think UNC Charlotte might be on that list too.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're going to have all the hats lined up?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, we had the hats, and I actually was joking because we do have the helmets, so we could have really,
would be better.
for real, actually done the helmets because I still don't understand why these football players put baseball caps on their head. It's still mind-boggling to me. I mean, you're
It's
a
the
football
NFL.
player.
I think it's the NFL draft because that's where it sort of
get the
started.
hat,
You know, you put it on.
Yeah.
I'm now a member of the team, so maybe that's where it came from.
I guess so.
But
it did, but
I like the helmet idea you have.
I
Better.
think it would be hilarious. But we'll just keep it. You know, all these kids like to go on ESPN and make their announcements, so we'll make Welton feel like ESPN.
Do you guys like the fake out that some of these recruits
Yes.
do, where it's like they act like they're going for one hat, or they put one hat on, or they like pull a shirt off and they're actually wearing something
Yes.
else, but they just
I
trick
love
the
that.
Or
crowd?
now that they're just making all of these music video-esque like announcements online, it's hilarious.
I love it when their mom doesn't know that they actually are going to do
what
that.
about the mom that cried?
I don't know the mom.
It was like it was between Florida and Alabama or something. The
Yeah.
kid chose Alabama, and his mom like got up and walked off the set.
That's great.
She
I
wanted
love
him
that.
to stay close to home.
I think she just loved. It was Florida, right? That she
Yeah.
wanted him to go
She
to.
wanted her son to find a nice shark to settle down with, like Jim McElwain.
So no, we haven't talked about the other stuff. You were telling me another Havelock player, Anthony Harris,
Yes.
is going to make his announcement as well tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. That'll be at Havelock, I'm pretty sure.
And
So
that guy, I want to say this about two. I mean, I knew Mike Hughes was quality, next level defensive back, but Anthony Harris is that too. Like that guy, and you watch him play defensively. Yeah, he's going to be fantastic where he goes. What are his choices? Does anybody? Is North Carolina one of the
Virginia Tech, Clemson, NC State, North Carolina, and Oklahoma? And conveniently, you mentioned Mike Hughes. There's actually already an Anthony Harris who plays for the Minnesota Vikings. So
let's not get them confused. Right. So, but then Newbern's going to announce who their head coach is tomorrow. We're going to be there for that too. So.
And Green Central Basketball is announcing their new basketball coach.
I don't think we don't broadcast in Green County.
No.
We don't care about that.
I'm just saying. I'm giving you the Eastern North Carolina.
We're saying you're going to have to be there, right?
Yeah,
or something like that.
Someone somewhere. I'm trying to figure out logistics now because I just got all these text messages in today.
Send Marilee Moore down there.
Maybe, but now she's in the mornings.
Is she in the morning?
She's in the mornings.
Well, they're going to do it in the afternoon, aren't they? Sometime.
Send Les still. He doesn't do enough work.
When they come in the mornings, they come in at like 3 in the morning.
Oh,
it's crazy. Sometimes,
it is crazy.
Sometimes football season we overlap. They're like, "Oh, why are you here so early?" I'm like, "Oh no, I'm here since last night."
We were talking about the NBA Finals, which you guys are having to deal with now, and
9 o'clock
yeah.
tip.
So I wonder if they had a great overtime night, like where we had multiple overtimes. Could it be possible that if it pushed until 3 o'clock, that the morning crew would just do the 11 o'clock newscast?
I bet you they would make us sit there and wait to do it.
Really? That's weird. I mean, I would think you guys go ahead and go home. The morning crew's about to be here. Let's just let them do it.
I mean, who actually stand up and like? No offense to you guys, but like, if I'm a local news consumer, right, I'm not staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning to watch the local news. I'm like. All right, guys, I understand that the car wreck somewhere today. I'm good.
Because you've probably already done a whole hour on Fox Eastern Carolina.
But here's the thing.
And it's on the website.
You're getting your NBA people. Let's say someone like you, Mark.
Someone like me.
Falls asleep because he got so bored because LeBron and the Cavs are getting
I know someone that did fall asleep.
I'm not TJ Strickland. I didn't fall asleep last night, TJ, if you're listening. I stayed up. But go ahead. I get what you're saying.
LeBron and the Cavs are getting blown out by Golden State again.
Right.
You fell asleep. Technically, you're watching News Channel 12 right as the game ended.
Right.
It's still on your TV. So?
Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying. There's a guy who's like, well, I already missed a chance to maybe go to one of your competitors and watch the local news. But maybe I want to stay up because I need to have Wes go forth. I need to have Les Steele, or I'm sorry, Donnie Cox.
Donnie Cox.
So
what happened to the days? And Ariel, you might know something about this, despite not having been in TV all that long. What happened to the days of at like 3 o'clock in the morning, the broadcast going to a playing of the national anthem, and then
I don't know when
until like 6 a.m.
Sadly, I am old enough to remember when that was the case. When there was. There was the local news, and then the late show, and then the late show, and then they played the national anthem and signed off.
Yeah, I remember them talking about that.
But then what they discovered was infomercial people will pay money for those 3, 4, 5 a.m. slots if you don't have anything playing. And, if somebody's up that late, they'll watch
every adolescent
hits of the 70s, Time Life Music, hits of the 70s.
I was going to say every adolescent boy knows that between the hours of like 3 and 5 a.m.
the chat line,
you can find like the Girls Gone Wild infomercial. You know what I mean? Like those were the good old days.
There's a whole 30-minute one, right?
Yeah. It's like you can't see anything.
That's terrible.
But you can imagine, and when you're 14 years old, your imagination can definitely run.
Or those, as I was saying, there used to be those commercials. I don't see them anymore, but there used to be these commercials of, "Are you lonely? Call 1-800.
They
Talk to
still
me."
have them.
Yeah. Do they really?
Yeah.
Man. I mean, I get a bill every month.
Come on, man. You're not that lonely. That's terrible. That is terrible. So your vacation plans, we've got some too at the end. But what happens is people get one foot out the door. And I think employers everywhere hate that. For us, it's 2 times a year. It is the summertime now, the lull in between the end of the NBA or whatever till football starts and Christmas time for us. But once you get a week or two before that, you start to have this mentality of, oh, please, time,
Almost there.
hurry
Almost
up,
there.
hurry up, get here. And I imagine, because the truth is, if we look back, there's probably some shortcuts that take place in workplaces everywhere because people have one foot out the door.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, also, people get summer Fridays. We don't get summer Fridays in the news business. I have to be there all night. There's no like, oh, it's okay. We won't have the news today. You'll take a summer Friday. Okay, we'll just rerun yesterday's show.
Y'all don't just do best ofs?
man, best ofs are the
Because
best.
we'll come in on a Monday and
We
be like, let's
should.
do half a show, and then let's do like half best of, and maybe nobody will know. And then we get messages. It's like, hey guys, I've heard this segment 17 times this month. Can you maybe do some work over there?
So my question is, so now we're all excited about our summer vacations, but I did see something today about head coach Cliff Godwin of the ECU baseball team that he was, again, in contention for, or in talks for another SEC baseball job, and he turned it down.
So Mississippi State?
Yeah, I was going to just double check which one it was now, but he did turn it down and say that he's focused on ECU baseball and that, what did you do? Did your glasses break?
Did you just break your glasses? Oh man.
They're good. Sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's okay.
She was in the middle of saying that Cliff Godwin is focused on not getting ECU to Omaha for years going forward.
not
No.
focused?
Focused on not getting them to Omaha.
No, that's what he's focused on this summer, probably. Yeah, he was linked to the Mississippi State baseball opening, so it's his second one in 3 years that he's been considered for an SEC powerhouse program. And he said today that he was turning it down and he will be coaching at ECU in the next year. So I just was interested because it's like, well, is he taking, I guess he's not really taking his summer off. He's going to be out there recruiting for those Pirates. I just wanted to throw that out there. He'll be here next year. So he says.
I and you got to say something because I know he's gone and I don't care. Terry Holland, I'm trying to remember if Terry Holland was the one that hired Cliff Godwin as well, because I know he hired Lebo and I know he hired Ruffin McNeil, but we've talked about this, and you can hate Lebo all you want. ECU basketball has never been good.
Nope.
The 1 year Jeff Lebo made them win 20 games, and then the 1 year they had Blue Edwards and won the CAA tournament and went to the NCAA tournament. That's the only time. There's been no other times. So love them or hate them. The one thing I can say about when you had at least McNeil, Lebo, and Godwin, those were three guys I don't think would have left ECU for anything in this world. Because if Godwin honestly wanted to leave that position, he would have gone already. He definitely would have gone now in this second offer from an SEC school. I like Scotty Montgomery, but I think the truth is, yeah, if he became successful at ECU, you could see him departing ECU.
Mm-hmm.
If not because he wanted an opportunity somewhere else, and he is a former Duke player and Duke coach, but maybe because, too, just the whole environment. It's been a rough couple of years to start off with, and maybe he'd want to distance himself from
But I also
ECU.
think that the argument sometimes could change when Cliff Godwin does get them to Omaha, or if he does do something big like that. Because right now, I think his goal is to get them to Omaha, of course. But I think there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that makes it really tough on any coach to coach
Yeah.
at ECU. Maybe not as much football because everyone can give as much money as they possibly can to the football program at ECU, but baseball isn't considered. I mean, they're kind of a revenue sport at ECU, but they're not even close to what a football program can make. And I think that all of those controversies and those problems that he goes through behind the scenes, once he is successful and makes that name for himself in the program that he got them to Omaha, then I think the conversation of him going elsewhere is in the mix. But I don't think he would go anywhere until he gets them there. He's close.
Talking about revenue, I mean, my man Cliff Godwin just got a big-time raise and extension about 2 years ago, where his old contracts, he was making about $185K a year. Then he got extended through the 2022 season and bumped his base salary up to about $295K a year. So I don't know what kind of numbers Mississippi State was coming at him with, but I can't imagine that there are a lot of baseball coaches getting paid a whole lot more than Cliff Godwin.
You think?
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good for a college baseball.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know about SEC numbers, though. For SEC baseball?
We can find out.
Yeah, we should look it up.
Yeah, look it up. It's again, wow. I mean,
it is a lot, but I think that for someone who of his caliber and pretty much the only successful program at ECU right now, he deserves the money. And if anything, you have to try at least to pay off a coach, at least one coach to be able to stay, especially when he's winning. Because right now, the other ones could be getting pushed out the door.
So Paul Manieri of LSU is the highest paid annual coach in college baseball, and he makes a little under $750,000. So you think, that's like top dog. LSU, you're talking about creme de la creme when it comes to college baseball. Cliff Godwin's doing all right. And he also has job security. There's a lot of things that come with job security.
Well, of course, they're not going to push him out.
Right. And Mississippi State very well might if, he doesn't do anything in 2 years.
Right.
Well, and I wanted to say, of all of the sports that in college, if there's one sport that you could win a champion, like an actual national championship in, and be a school of like ECU that's not in one of the Power 5 conferences, it's baseball, right?
100%.
Because, Coastal Carolina kind of proved that a couple of years ago that, whereas the challenge of basketball and football, we know what's there. I think a little bit easier to get in the tournament in basketball, but football, we saw with UCF, ECU could go undefeated and they never see the college football playoff.
Nope, never. So that's exactly, and especially even in basketball, obviously you have your chances, but baseball at least has the even playing field. Anyone could get in, anyone can make it all the way to Omaha. You could see it. Look at Tennessee Tech right now in baseball. They have the best overall record in college baseball.
What the hell is this conversation?
Where is it headed?
Guys,
I just wanted to get Sam irritated.
I really
question.
thought ECU getting bumped out of the tournament was going to end college baseball talk forever.
Okay, we're talking about revenue.
Yeah, early trivia question. I know we're going to do our trivia challenge.
What makes Sam most angry?
No. What is the mascot of Tennessee Tech?
The Cougars.
Does anybody? I don't know. I literally was.
Donnie Cox would know. He did play-by-play for them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Tennessee Tech.
I didn't know Tennessee Tech was even a school. Do y'all have a guess? I'm going Cougars.
I don't know. I know the Tennessee Volunteers, the Memphis Tigers. There's Middle Tennessee, and I don't even know what they are. So
They're the Golden Eagles.
The Golden.
The Tennessee Tech is the Golden Eagles.
The Golden Eagles. Yep.
Gold.
Purple and gold.
Eagles. Purple and gold.
Purple and gold.
Up
Take
the new
Pirates.
ECU.
Well. Interesting.
Tennessee Tech is a better all-around athletic program than ECU.
That was just a shock. That was a hot take.
That's my purple and gold.
They're not.
I really I think I'm just gonna become. I don't really hate ECU. I have family members who went to ECU.
You do.
I've grown up in New Bern, so obviously there's been an attachment to
You have.
ECU.
You do have some NC State biases.
Oh yeah,
though.
I do. But I think I want to become I want by the end of football season to have an army of people with torches and pitchforks standing outside the studio ready to burn me at the stake because I say things like Tennessee Tech has a better athletic program than ECU. I don't even know if they have a football team, but I'm going to bet that even if they don't, their football team's probably better than what they got going on over there at Rowdy Dowdy Ficklin Stadium.
He's got to be relying on the fact that nobody's.
Why do you think that we have a? Why do you think that you have a bodyguard standing outside right now?
I'm my own bodyguard.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Because Daryl just walked out, and he's not going to be any help.
I'm blaming you guys. You guys brought up college baseball again. We're done with college baseball.
No, but okay, it was a new story today that Cliff Godwin is going to stay with the program.
Well, I didn't even know what it was because the second I heard college baseball, I just tuned out and got angry.
We literally
What
have...
about Elliot Avent? Where is he going?
I don't even care about him.
Who is he?
He's State's coach.
Oh.
I do love him.
I know who he is.
2 years ago. Yeah,
I was playing along with the game.
Uh-huh.
We only have
He's going to
45
Tennessee
seconds.
Tech. Best baseball program in the country.
Eagles.
He's going to bypass this.
They really are. They actually are. They have the best record in college baseball this year.
If you need more Ariel Epstein, she's going to be on tonight. And don't forget, Welton Spotsville makes his decision tonight of where he's going to play college football, something that you do care much about.
I love college football.
News Channel 12, again, 6 o'clock tonight. They have news at 5:30, and at 6 o'clock, 11 o'clock, as well as Fox Eastern Carolina at 10. And you can follow Ariel Epstein on Twitter and on Facebook.
Yes.
So
thanks for that.
Thank you for coming in.
Of course.
We'll take a quick break and we'll come back.